Hey everyone, welcome to GrowingCraft and please do subscribe to our channel so that you guys do not miss out any of our new and interesting tutorials. Now coming back to our this one, here we are going to do a lot of texture work. Now for my texture work, I usually try to make my own DIY texture. Now if you guys have no idea how to do it, I have made your work much more simpler. I have already done a tutorial on how to make your own DIY texture paste. That video, I will share the link in the description box, you guys can check that. It is one of the easiest way of making your own quick DIY texture paste. And trust me, it works amazingly with any of your decoupage art, mixed media art, your texture work. And it is one of the fabulous craft supply to have and handy which you can always DIY. So once I am sure that I have an amazing DIY texture paste ready with me, it's time to just make sure that I smoothen it a little more. Once this is done, I am going to move on to the next step. Now this is a decoupage tutorial where we are going to do a beautiful decoupage coaster. Now for the base, I have taken up this wooden log and it's a very nice approximately 4 centimeter piece, and here I am taking my craft stencil. Now if you guys are new to craft stencils, it is one of the most easiest and the beautiful supplies which you should have. Now with my modeling paste, I'm going to spread it all over my texture stencil, and this is going to look absolutely fab. Now in craft stencils, you get a lot of options, different sizes of different brands. I have a video where I have shared the different sizes, the patterns, and how to choose it to make your work much more easier. I'll share the link of that also in the description box. Do check that. Now here, with the help of a palette knife, I am using my texture paste and I'm going to spread it all over my coaster. I absolutely love adding a lot of textures to my decoupage art on wooden coasters because it gives a different element, a different drama to your project, and I love using each and every peanut size of my texture paste. This is one of the easiest way to add a lot of texture and some base to it before doing your texture art on your decoupage art on your base. Now once this is done, this is already looking so gorgeous. I could have just literally used a varnish and used here it as it is, but we wanted to add some more elements here. Now before moving to the another element, here is one of the base prepping work which I'm going to do. So here I am going to use my white gesso. Now you have to make sure that you use your gesso only once your texture paste has dried out completely. It's really important, otherwise it is just going to smudge your texture paste. Now here the video is in a little speed up mode, but you have to do it very smoothly, very nicely, with patience so that you do not ruin your texture work. And of course you have to make sure that everything dries up really well. This is one of the easiest way of adding a little more white to your background before doing any of your decoupage or your mixed media art. This looks amazing, but it's time to play around with our rice papers. This one is from ITD collection and I will share the link of that also in the description box. Do check that. Now I'm going to use my brush water technique. It is one of my favorite techniques which I am like never ever bored of or never ever tired of. What you do is take up any of your round brushes, create a border around your design whichever you want. Either it's a rice paper or even for the napkins. Tear it off with your fingers and trust me, it looks absolutely fab. Now these are one of my favorite ways of creating and taking out the beautiful elements from your sheets. Now every time you are playing around with a rice paper, you have to be really careful that what kind of exactly designs or the elements you wanted. Now I have even done a tutorial of how to use the rice papers on your glass base. Do check out this tutorial. This is one of my favorites where I have used a lot of mixed media elements and even combined the decoupage art. So coming back to this one here with this brush water technique, I'm going to remove all the elements out there and I'll make sure that it is really well done from the edges. And once this is done, we are going to move on to the next step. So once the rice paper work is done, it's time to add our rice paper to it. So here this is how I have decided to use it. But eventually at the end of the video, you will see me like checking out one of the rice paper. So this is what I had decided while placing it, but once I started sticking it, I felt that it was a little too much of the butterfly, so I'm just going to stick to maybe 2 later on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my decoupage glue. You can even use your Mod Podge, decoupage glue, whatever is easily available for you guys. Please do not use your liquid glue, it doesn't help at all. So here with the help of a flat brush, I'm applying my decoupage glue, my Mod Podge, and I'm sticking my rice papers. Now here you have to be really careful and add generous amount of decoupage glue, and then you also need to make sure that you press it really well because we have added a lot of texture to it. If you are not done with your texture work, sticking your rice paper is just a quick option, but here because we have done a texture, a lot of drama out there, and we want to engroove all those designs element to be visible. So here what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a brush. You can take any of your round or flat brush, just a complete dry brush, dab it on your texture work, and you will see the texture work popping out. Once this is done, we need to let it dry completely. After a few hours, this is dried out, and now I'm going to seal my project with my varnish. Now this is a very important step. Why? Because before adding any color, we want to make sure that our rice paper doesn't soak all the colors, so it's very important to varnish it. Here what I'm using is a varnish from Massive Store. I will share the link of all the craft supplies, whatever I'm using in the description box. Do check that. Now once the varnish is done, you have to let it dry for good 5 to 6 hours, at least minimum 5 to 6 hours, and then once this is done, we can play around with the colors. I will be using a lot of chalk paints here. So what I'm going to do is I'm adding a chalk paint, diluting it with my tissue paper, and my tissue paper is wet, so I'm just going to rub it around, and this is going to give it such a natural wood look, and I absolutely love this idea. So playing around with rice paper and your decoupage napkins is so much fun. You can not only just play around with your pastel shades, you can do a lot of like shabby chic theme, the vintage theme, or any of your floral Valentine Day, and they look absolutely gorgeous. Now here what I'm going to do is again I'm going to seal it up with my varnish. Now talking about the vintage project, I have done this amazing decoupage on a wooden box with a tissue paper, and it looks one of my favorite project. Do check out this tutorial. I'm sure you guys are going to love it absolutely. Once I'm done with my sealing part, again I'm going to let it dry for 5 to 6 hours. Now after 5 to 6 hours, this is how it looks, but I'm going to use my stamping, which is one of my favorite technique. I'm using the Massive stamps, and the links are there in the description box again for all these craft supplies. Massive stamps, this is one of my favorite stamp where I just use a very tiny script stamp, and this looks so cute. It adds a little more element to your project, but it is not too very overpowering, and I absolutely love it. So if you want, you can just have your ink pad around the edges just to give it a little border, and it looks fab. So here, once I am done with this, I wanted to add a little more highlight to my project. So here what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my metallic waxes. Now this is just to highlight a little more of your texture and blend it to your base. Now if you see it on the camera, you might not be able to see it very clearly, but off camera, it is giving such a nice glittery metallic look to my project, and I absolutely loved it. Now while I was doing it, I was really sure that I wanted to add something to highlight my butterfly. So here what I'm going to do is, this is one of my very fun technique. Use your varnishes, you don't use your glue, just use your varnish. Select the element which you want to have, cover it completely with your varnish because it's going to be purely transparent. You have to be really careful, you just want to add only the element which you want to highlight. So here what I'm doing is I have taken up a round brush, and on the rice paper of my butterfly, I'm going to cover it completely. This will make sure that my rice paper has been covered completely and it looks beautiful. Once this is done, we are going to add our glitters to it. But you have to be really careful. We are not going to add any extra varnish, or we are not going to add too much of varnish there. Once I'm happy with my application of varnish, here what I'm going to do is I'm just going to sprinkle some glitter, and this is a contrast color. This is not the typical, the shiny ones. It has a little tinge of green, sea blue, and it looks absolutely fab when it dries out. So I'm just going to sprinkle my glitter wherever I have done the my varnish work, and once this dries out, blow it any of the extras, and you will see how gorgeous this looks. This is one of my favorite techniques and I absolutely love it, and you can see how beautiful these butterflies are shining. Once this is done, again you have to let it dry for at least 7 to 8 hours because the varnish layer was a little thicker. Now here what I'm going to do is I'm going to add at least 3 to 4 coats of varnishes, and once this is done, our project is ready. So this was a super fun project where we have used a different technique of our craft stamping, stencil work, texture work, waxing work, and it looks fab. Now seal your project as much as you can. I do at least 2 to 3 coats of varnish, and with this our project is done. I really hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Do let me know your feedbacks in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Take care and bye bye.